So in this video we're going to do a couple more examples, and these ones just have a little bit more happening with them, so just a little bit more difficult. So in this first one I have 4x to the 0 times 4x to the negative 2. So you see in these problems I have some numbers out in the front that I need to actually multiply together. So what I like to do is I first put my common terms, my common bases together. So I'm going to put my 4 times 4 out in the front. And then my x's together. So x to the 0 times x to the negative 2. And then from here I'm going to simplify 4 times 4. I get 16. Automatically, I already know anything to the 0 power is just 1. So I can kind of just cross that out because that's equal to 1. So I'm just left with x to the negative 2. It's really tempting to stop here, but we have to remember anything with a negative power we can't have. We have to make it positive. So since I have x to the negative power, I'm going to cross the line, change the sign. So that means instead of this being up on top, I'm going to move it to the bottom. And then it becomes positive. And this is my final answer. Okay, let's try that same process with this one. Now I just have two different types of variables, so I have a little bit more happening. I'm going to first go ahead and put all my numbers out in front. So I'm going to have 5 times 6 times 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my a's together. So I have a cubed times a. This doesn't have an exponent with it, but whenever there's not an exponent, there's really a hidden 1 there. So I'm going to go ahead and write that 1 in. And then times a to the negative first. And then I also have my b, so I have a b to the 4th and b to the 8th. So all I did here was I rearranged all of my terms so that all of my common bases were together. So I can only do the multiplication property with those with the same base. And then from here I'm going to simplify. So 5 times 6 is 30. 30 times 2 is 60. I know with my multiplication property, all I'm going to do is add my exponents. So I'll have 3 plus 1 plus negative 1. And then b, I'm going to add my exponents as well. So I have 4 plus 8. And then I'm just going to go ahead and simplify those. So 3 plus 1, I get 4. 4 minus 1, I get 3. And then 4 plus 8, I get 12. Okay, let's try one last one. So again, I'm going to put my whole numbers out in front that I'm going to be multiplying together. So I have a 4 and a 3. Next, I'm going to put all my x's together. So I have an x cubed times x to the 0. And then I'm going to put all of my y's together. So I have a y to the 9th times y to the 2nd times y to the negative 13. And now from here, I'm going to go ahead and simplify. So 4 times 3, I get 12. X cubed times x to 0. Again, x to 0, that's just equal to 1. So anytime you see a 0 power, you can just go ahead and cross it out. You don't have to worry about it. So I just have x cubed. And then for my y, I'm going to add all my exponents together. So I have 9 plus 2 plus negative 13. Well, 9 plus 2, I get 11, plus negative 13, I get negative 2. And so since my y has a negative exponent, I do have to do that one last step, is cross the line, change the sign. So instead of my y being up top, it's going to go down in the denominator. And that will change my negative exponent to become positive. Okay, that is it for today. If you have any questions, you can message me. You can look at those extra examples linked below. Otherwise, you can go ahead and move on to your exit ticket. Hope you have a great day.